Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of GCTV. We're live in my kitchen, and tonight we have a very special program, which is going to be a retrospective to some of our older, short attention span performances. But before we get to all of that, I would like to open it how I always do. If you enjoy the quality content that we have here on GCTV and would like to see that keep going, we ask that you please consider donating to the Garfield Center for the Arts by visiting garfieldcenter.org/donate/ I don't know if the second slash is necessary, but it's there, so I say it. So, in lieu of the pandemic, we are still going to be having short attention span this year. However, it's going to be in a different format. We're going to be doing it online, and it will premiere August 28th on YouTube, and it will have a limited ticketed viewing for the following 2 weeks. We're going to have more info on that coming out in the next week or so, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll have more info on that next week. So, short attention span theater. It started in 2005 as 8x10s, and we have had a 10-minute play festival every year since then. Hey. And it's become an audience favorite, gaining more and more support each year. And it's not unusual to have a cast of 20 people or more working on short attention span. All of the plays in tonight's program were written by members of Live Playwright Society, which is a program that we have at the theater that has been around since 2009. It was created by our current president of the board, Mark Sullivan, our executive director, Steve Arnold, and former executive director, I'm not entirely sure what position she held at the theater, but Lucia Foster. Over the years, a bunch of plays written by LPS members have been performed in short attention span, and at short attention span, good Lord, I'm sorry, everyone, and at many other venues. And if you are interested in joining Live Playwright Society, please visit the Garfield Center for the Arts website to learn more. So tonight we have a selection of plays for you. Our first one is titled The New Me. It was from 2018's short attention span, directed by Melissa McGlynn, written by Rich Pauli, as I said earlier, who is a member of Live Playwright Society, and it will be starring Lis Engle and Dan Guidice. And a fun fact about this play is that it was Rich Pauli's first play at short attention span, and it was a huge hit, and he's a very prolific author, as you'll see in the following play, and some of the plays this year, or at least one of the plays this year at short attention span. But before we get to that, we have a short donation video that we would like you all to watch. So sit back and enjoy. There's the mouse.
I remember I started acting here more than 30 years ago through Actors Community Theater, and then we found our permanent home at the Garfield. And we've put on concerts, we've put on plays, we've put on musicals. People have been able to see their friends, their family members, their teachers up on stage doing things that they only ever dreamt of doing before.
After living in this area for a few years, a friend said something to me that I hadn't considered but made perfect sense. He said that of all of the towns on the Eastern Shore. If you are an artist or an intellectual or anything related to that, you have a home more than anywhere else in Chestertown.
So it's always been my key bucket list thing to have a theater that was mine and a place that I could go and be a part of theater on a daily basis. And when I found the Garfield, that's exactly what I found. A place that I fit in, a place that I could really be myself and expand myself within the confines of this wonderful space.
The Garfield Center for the Arts has shown me a side of myself that I didn't know existed and introduced me to a side of Kent County and a whole community of people who I probably wouldn't have known otherwise. So when I think about what the theater means to me, that's pretty huge. And so I hope that we will all do our part in whatever way you can right now to support the theater, whether you can do it financially, whether you can do it physically, whether you can do it just by helping spread the word of mouth, because eventually things will return to normal, and we want great local institutions like our community theaters to be there for us so that they can continue to help show us the best parts of ourselves and of our community.
Happy anniversary, Sylvie!
Oh, Edward.
7 years. Can you believe it?
Yes, Edward, yes. I'm afraid I can.
These are for you. Beautiful flowers for my beautiful Sylvie.
I'm sorry, Edward, but I can't accept your flowers.
You can, but why not?
Well, I feel there would be. I think that it's wrong to accept a gift under false pretenses.
False pretenses? What are you talking about, Sylvie?
What am I talking about, Edward? I'm not Sylvie. That's what I'm talking about.
You're not Sylvie?
I'm not.
Well, then if you're not Sylvie,
No.
well, then who are you?
That's an excellent question, Edward.
Well, thank you, I guess.
You're welcome.
You wouldn't by any chance happen to have an excellent answer, would you?
Yeah, of course.
You wouldn't want to, share it with me?
Yes, Edward. I am a sharing person, or at least I used to be. See, I was browsing through the latest issue of O magazine this morning when I came across an article about how all the cells in the human body change every 7 years, and I suddenly realized that in the 7 years since our wedding day, I have become a completely new person, literally. As of today, there is none of the old me that you married left. Not a single cell in my body has ever been intimate with a cell in your body, or in anyone else's body either. I have never been kissed. I have never even been touched by another person. I'm a complete new me.
Sylvie.
Valentina.
Right, sorry, Valentina. Listen, Valentina, this stuff about replacement cells creating a brand new person.
What about it?
It sounds, well, maybe a little hard. This magazine is not the point. Unscientific magazine is not
Of course, sweet Sylvie cells could have ever been happy being married to the cells of a pig boy like you, Edward. I'm not Valentina. You cannot understand. I assure you that I will not be hanging around much longer to unravel that sordid little mystery.
Just what are you planning to do, Valentina?
What am I planning to do? The pig boy asked what Valentina the fighting, Valentina the passionate, Valentina the shiny and new is planning to do. It is to laugh. I am planning to soar. I am planning to create. I am planning to live. I am leaving for Argentina immediately.
Argentina? But you can't leave me. We're married. It's our anniversary, for Pete's sake.
No. You are quite mistaken. We are not married. You are married to the mousy clump of cells that called herself Sylvie, but Sylvie is no more. Sylvie is gone, swept by the inexorable winds of scientific progress. The cells that are Valentina have never said I do to you or to any man. My cells are free to do as they please.
Do you have any idea how insane that sounds? No offense.
Perhaps Sylvie would have been interested in your misguided opinion, but Valentina is most assuredly not. Valentina embraces change. Valentina is moving on. Adios, Edward, you simple pig boy. My destiny awaits.
Wait, just hold on a minute.
I do not have a minute or even a single fleeting moment. No, I must know the sweet siren song of greatness all at once.
Why would you be the only one?
What is the pig boy saying?
I'm saying, why do you think you're the only new person in the room?
I do not understand.
Well, if it's a scientific fact that human beings change their cells every 7 years, then I must be a brand new person too. Same as you.
So you are saying...
Saying if you're not Sylvie anymore, then I'm not Edward either.
If you are not Edward, then who are you?
Who am I? Well,
There! Just as I suspected, this is some trick.
But this is not a trick.
Oh, really? You are still that foolish pig boy, Edward?
I am not Edward. I am not Edward.
Who then? Tell me.
Okay, I am Eduardo!
Eduardo? You mean like Edward with an old techie on?
No, I'm not like Edward with an O tacked on. I'm Eduardo with a U instead of a W and an O tacked on. And I feel the need to dance, a quiet and passionate dance.
Oh, Edward! I mean, Eduardo! Magnifico.
Gracias, Valentina.
So, you really are a completely new Jew?
And you are a completely new Jew.
So, how do we know if, I mean...
This is how we know.
All right. And up next from 2014's Short Attention Span, we have The Curse of the Polystyrene Bear, directed by Diane Landskroener and written by Howard Mesick, a member of Live Playwright Society, who was the first writer to star in his own play in Short Attention Span. So enjoy.
So it would appear, sir.
The fabled polystyrene bear of Newfoundland.
Barrington brought it to the door personally, sir.
Barrington? Yeah. Take him up to the 3rd floor. There's a window up there. I'd like to throw him out.
To the 3rd floor, sir?
Well, there's no point chucking him out of a window down here, now is there?
Yes, sir, I fear that physical violence of any sort, defenestration or otherwise, is no longer an option where Mr. Barrington is concerned. He fled in terror shortly after delivering the bear, sir.
I might have known. The man is so predictable.
However, he left 2 messages for you before he ran away.
Oh, wonderful. Dire warnings, no doubt.
One is a dire warning, sir. The other is a heartfelt plea. Which would you like to hear first?
I should not like to hear either of them.
Mr. Barrington was most consistent, sir.
Very well. Let's hear the heartfelt plea first.
Mr. Barrington pleads, sir, that you give the item in the bag to the British Museum.
I think not. Barrington has gotten enough publicity over the years from expeditions which I funded for him to please even the most desperate narcissist. No, I think if I wish to keep the occasional trinket for myself, I have a right to.
He said, sir, that he owed it to the public.
Owed it to the public? Piffle. He just wants another book deal and to cavort with archaeologist groupies. No. So what if the world is never to learn that the Paleo-Eskimos had polystyrene thousands of years before they thought it was invented? Well, he's already revealed on my shipping that the Sumerians had Tupperware. That should be enough for him.
He also warns, sir, that the object carries a terrible curse.
Oh, all that rot, yes, superstition.
Mr. Barrington said you would say that, sir, and he told me to remind you that prior to his discovery of the polystyrene bear, it was considered superstition.
And so it shall continue to be considered by the outside world. No, Hargreaves, the polystyrene bear is mine, and soon it shall be my bride.
Sir?
Yes?
Sir, I...
Come on, Hargreaves, up with it now.
Sir, perhaps we should listen to Mr. Barrington on this occasion. He has been right before.
No, he hasn't. Not even once.
You're forgetting that item he brought back from Haiti, sir. He warned us then.
Oh, that zombie was just a coincidence.
And what about the money after he brought back that scarab ring from his expedition to Egypt?
Another coincidence.
What about the dragon that showed up shortly after he delivered that package from China, sir?
It was the time of year for those. Really, Hargreaves, I thought you were an Englishman.
I am, sir.
Stiffen that upper lip a little, shall we, little fellow?
Sir, my upper lip is as stiff as it is possible for an upper lip to be without resorting to frostbite. However, I think perhaps another gift for your ambiance might be more appropriate.
Such as?
I hear that diamonds are very popular among soon-to-be-married females.
Any half-rate earl can give his girl a diamond.
What about a pearl necklace?
No ditto pearl necklace.
A Fabergé egg might take the young lady's fancy.
As if she doesn't have dozens of those already.
How about a mahogany chest of drawers, sir? with rubies filling each compartment.
Why not just take the last train to Dullsville while we're at it? No, Hargreaves, don't you see? Polystyrene is perfect for her. It fits her to a T.
I know it's not my place to criticize, sir, but why Lord and Lady Styrene should choose to name their eldest daughter Polly, I shall...
No, it was not your place to criticize Hargreaves, and I should remember that, or be prepared to seek employment elsewhere.
Well said, sir. But it occurs to me that if you wish to present a gift of polystyrene to your betrothed, there is quite a lot of it about, and finding some that is not cursed should be simplicity itself. All you need do, sir, is purchase something online and then give Miss Styrene the packing foam that comes with the box.
No, Hargreaves, don't you understand? No ordinary polystyrene will do. Only this. And for the last time, it's not cursed.
Of course not, sir.
That must be Polly now. You go in a hurry. But don't tell her about my present. I want to surprise her with it on our wedding night. I shall carry her across the threshold, lay her down gently on the conjugal bed, and then I shall reveal the polystyrene bear on the side table. And we shall conceive our first child under its gaze. Oh, good girl.
I fear it is not Miss Styrene at all, sir.
Who else could it be?
I believe he wants the bear, sir.
Are you sure? I wasn't talking to you. And besides, you can't have it. Hargreaves, call the police.
Immediately, sir. I believe our visitor has other ideas, sir.
Oh, does he now? Well, we'll see about that. I don't need the police to sort you out. Get it for you. It'll take but a moment. So yes. Pauli.
Shall I get the door, sir?
No, Hargreaves. I think maybe we'll dine out tonight. I could use a bit of fresh air, and there's a new outdoor cafe in town. Yes, I know. Do clean this up while we're gone. Be sure you turn the power off before you touch those cables. There's a good fellow.
Very good, sir. What do you want me to do with the monster's corpse, sir?
Just put it in the basement with the others.
Very good, sir.
Uncredited in that last scene was Bill Arrowood as the bear. Up next, we have from 2015 a play with a PG rating for those of you at home watching with little ones, written by our board president, Mark Sullivan. And the ending to this one was rewritten because the original version of the play ended with a scene that was too complicated to pull off on stage that involved fire. So, without further ado, the envelope.
Professor Connor, please report to the wet lab. Lab that's wet to wet's lab. Professor Connor, to the wet lab.
This is it. This is it. Or maybe it's crap. There's a hole somewhere. There's gotta be. It can't be this simple. It's
an envelope.
Yes, I mean, I guess it's an envelope, a simple 9 by 12 manila envelope, but inside is the future.
Oh, is that all?
Or the past. It's both. It's everything.
I see.
I see? Did you hear what I said? This could be the single most important artifact in a long line of human scientific thought. A stark line of demarcation. The phrase paradigm shift is too small. People refer to the world before this letter and after. A Rubicon.
I got it. It's a really great brownie recipe you're submitting to Bon Appetit. A quaint story about your childhood that you're sending to Reader's Digest.
This is a paper.
Yes, I assumed it was written on paper.
This is a paper that I've written, which I'm about to submit to a scientific journal. It lays out a completely novel and, by the way, utterly kick-ass and real way to travel through time. Forwards and backwards at will, using a modest amount of easily renewable energy. This will unlock a myriad of mysteries too numerous to name. Solve problems believed to be unsolvable. Restore knowledge lost to the ages due to disasters or malice. Rescue untold numbers of victims of any number of catastrophes and pandemics and wars. This is the beginning of the next chapter of mankind's unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Heck, it's probably a whole bunch of chapters. Time was a river. Now it's an elevator.
An elevator? All that pretty talk, and you come up with time was a river, now it's an elevator? Ugh. And really, why do I want to time travel? I like the simplicity. No, the finality of traveling through time at a steady, reliable 1 second per second pace. My decisions matter. I ate an apple and drank a cup of coffee for breakfast this morning, and now I feel the caffeine and sugar boosting me along. And that's that. I don't have to think, maybe I should go back and have a Danish. Though you know what? Now that I've said it out loud, is there a local bakery around here? A Danish?
What about a terrible accent?
Oh no, I'd much prefer a Danish. A warm apple Danish and an espresso. Does this bakery serve espresso?
What bakery?
This delightful bakery you're going to point me at so that I can finally quell this Danish thing you started. Come along. You'll point me there and we'll both get an apple Danish. Damn. Whoa, what do you have there?
It's a...
Those Danishes aren't going to eat themselves.
It's a paper.
Oh, how wonderful. I simply adore papers. Shall I make it for you?
Knock, knock. Who's there? Danish. Danish me. Who wants a Danish? It's Danish time.
Oh, it's you. Hello, Rachel.
And it's you. Hello. Eddie.
You two know each other?
So, why don't you tell me all about this fabulous paper?
Well, it's a completely novel.
Do you smell smoke?
No.
Well, I smell smoke.
No, you don't. You tried that last time.
What? Yes, I suppose I did, but it almost worked.
Yes, thank goodness for the mailbox out in the corner.
Mailbox on the corner?
Maybe I started a real fire this time.
You would never be so neglectful with all of those
like an idiot? Oh, very funny, ladies. I applaud you. But why are you interested in my paper?
Everyone knows about the paper. I mean, your paper.
Shh! Listen! Is that an air raid siren?
Oh, for goodness sakes, you're slipping, Rita. An air raid siren, really? Is that even a thing anymore?
What is this?
Think about what's in your hand.
You're from the future?
And the bullet gets us to go.
Now that that's settled, let's nail it.
Seriously, you're from the future?
Yes. Isn't that incredible?
How do I know you're not just pulling my leg? The future, sure.
All right, I'll tell you something that no one knows. Something that you have never told anyone. Something that keeps you very guarded. You are in love with Charlene.
How?
Yes, we are from the future, and it's not right there. I'm trying. Well, I keep trying over and over again to prove to you that you must not mail that envelope. Just burn it.
Well, this is interesting.
Is it interesting to do this macabre dance every day? Not every day, every moment. No, not even every moment. Just on, constant. Here we are doing exactly this.
It does grow tiresome. Why do we have to keep doing this? Coming back to this exact moment, having the same debate. He's always going to mail that letter.
Because it's possible I will finally find the argument to satisfy him that this is a terrible thing.
Terrible? This is freedom. This is the inevitable next step in a long line of scientific discoveries of man. It's
inevitable. There, he said it. The bell has been rung and it can't be unrung. So why don't I just save us all on time and frustration and mail it?
Because he has to decide, right? If you mail it, but I still convince him that it's a bad idea, then you lose. The idea is the thing here.
Is it? Are you so sure? All right, then. You decide.
I could run away with this and destroy it.
Oh, no, but the idea is the thing here, right? I mean, the idea would still be in his head. Rita, darling, you'd have to kill him.
Well, I couldn't do that. But just know this. That envelope is responsible for the utter obliteration of everything that you love about the world. Just burn it. Trust me, you will not like what happens.
Oh, you will love what happens. Consider all the possibilities and more. All of the things that you could change and more. All of the ultimate and absolute power and more. Think about
all the horror and more. I mean, this is not the beginning, the alpha. This is the end, the omega. This is the moment from which mankind cannot possibly escape.
But how can that be? It's only time travel, and it's, well, clunky.
Oh, it gets better.
A lot better, and a lot faster, and a lot easier. Too fast and too easy. People can change anything and everything, and they do. I mean, the big stuff, sure, that's great. But the small stuff, the silly stuff, over and over and over. Imagine being able to edit every possible moment of your entire life to the point of absolute perfection. Now imagine that you have the power to do just that. You can change anything and everything. You can chase and attain perfection. Why wouldn't you, right? Herbert, tell me what you did today. Never mind, I already know. If you had time travel, you wouldn't have stepped in dog shit on the corner of 5th and Allen. Yes, a small win, sure. But you also wouldn't accidentally call Charlene Charlie, something that you consider to be an embarrassing faux pas that requires fixing. But also that moment where she considers for the very first time, what about that Herbert? He's interesting. And then maybe, just maybe, you would end up not
But how come JFK is still dead? And Lincoln and John Lennon, and how come World War II still happens?
Because you are who you are, where you are, and when you are. So this view hasn't discovered time travel yet. Well, I guess, yes, technically you have, but you haven't done time travel yet. So for this view, here and now, those things still remain. For us, they're just a fictional past that never happened, and some stories made up in books.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, consider the possibilities.
So when I do time travel, we could go back and fix those things?
Yes, and you've only scratched the surface, Grandpa. I mean, polio, AIDS, the plague, Mount Vesuvius, the Titanic, World War I, Vietnam, so many wars, so many disasters, so many things to change. And what is so wrong with striving for perfection? Look at me. I am exactly what I dream to be at all times. Everyone I know is exactly what they dream to be at all times. Sure, some may fight it, but they're just sad malcontents, obsessed with some strange devotion to randomness, as if surrendering yourself to the blind cruelty of a random universe is somehow better than control. Thanks to that envelope, I have the control to be exactly what I want to be. The future is perfect, utterly perfect.
Grandpa? Just want to get this straight. You say that I should not mail the letter, and you say that I should.
Yes.
No, that I must.
Yes.
And you that I must not.
Yes.
That it unlocks untold horrors on humanity from which we cannot possibly escape. But it doesn't have to be like that. Can't humanity just learn to use it responsibly? I mean, a horrible mining disaster. Click the button. You spill coffee on your favorite shirt? Don't click. I get it. It's simple. What about all the good that it does? All the death and sorrow that it solves? I find it so hard to believe that this could be so awful. I'm going to mail the letter.
Don't do it!
How can I not? It's like Peggy said, the cat is out of the bag. Make one invention in the history of mankind that has never not been pursued relentlessly once it was discovered. However horrific, maybe we shouldn't argue, it never has a chance. We tripped over ourselves just rushing to build the atom bombs.
Does that mean it's right? You're Oppenheimer here. This is the moment, the before and the after. You can stop this right here, right now. Do not mail that envelope.
But he's already said it. I mean, if he thought of it, and no offense, Grandpa, you are right, but someone else will too, and probably soon. I mean, shouldn't Grandpa get the credit and guide its development?
Peggy, Rita, I have to mail it. I have no choice. I can't imagine living with the knowledge that this is possible and not do it. And I can't imagine doing anything that caused either of you two to not exist. My grandchildren. God, that's weird. That's awesome. Also weird. Is that how this works? If I don't mail this letter, you two don't exist?
Not exactly.
Yes, exactly. If you don't mail that envelope, we'll just poof right out of existence in front of your very eyes. Grandpa, don't make us poof.
We still exist. We just wouldn't be the same two people you see before you now.
Lies.
I have to mail it. So I guess I should just leave then? Or, well, maybe we, no. Well, it was very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you, Peggy. And I guess I'll just, I would just get over.
See you soon.
Almost immediately.
Professor Connor, please report to the wet lab. Lab that's wet, wet's lab. Professor Connor, to the wet lab.
All right, folks, and to round out the evening, we have 2010's OMG WTF GPS. This is another PG warning play. It was written by Rebecca Wiskin Dye. There we go, got it right. And our own Wednesday box office volunteer, Tia Glome. It was directed by Mark Sullivan, and the toll booth bit that you'll see was added during production to give Suzanne more lines. So away we go.
course, sir.
Not like anybody could get used to you two morons!
Seriously, we need to be able to hear. Wait a minute, did you just hear something?
Yeah! I heard tunes until you shut them off.
No, did you hear like a voice?
A voice?
Yeah, you know, like someone talking.
What are you talking about?
You know, someone talking, I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Anyway, what's the name of the street we need to turn on?
Right turn! 8.2 miles, followed by a sharp left turn.
Hey, Ted, you know that kid up in SAST? That like total dweeb that has that humongo crush on you?
What about him? Oh, and it says Cape St. Clair.
We should like totally flirt with him until he agrees to reprogram the GPS thing so that when it speaks, it's Brad Pitt's voice. I would so listen to that.
Please. Brad Pitt is so 1990s. Make it Edward Cullen and I'll do it.
Make right turn! Now make a left turn, you dicks!
Excuse me?
You just missed your turn. Make next possible U-turn.
Shit.
Calculating! That was an illegal U-turn. Make next possible turn.
What the crap just happened?
I don't know. How far are we supposed to go before the turn?
Point two?
Me too. What the hell is a point two? Oh my God.
I don't know. I didn't listen to chemistry.
Turn now! Left turn back onto Route 58.2 miles.
Wait a minute, what? I don't know. Do you realize it just took us home first for like nothing? Really? Yeah. We were like totally just on that road.
That's what I just said!
Okay. Are you freaked out right now? Because I'm freaked out right now.
Yeah. It's like full.
Shut up and drive! Make left turn.
Okay. We're like back on track now.
Cool. So, is this thing like malfunctioning?
I don't know. But I like don't think it should be insulting. No, seriously. Talking about. Sorry.
Acting like my little brother.
Well, just ignore it. Eventually it'll shut us.
If I shut up, then you don't get to the O-C-O-N-G!
It has a point.
Oh, great. Just like I told you. Oh, give me my purse, would you?
Here you go.
They don't take Daddy's plastic. Sorry!
Like, I know that, okay? $250, please. $250.
She's like trying to rip you off, Kai.
Stop trying to rip us off.
No! No, you can do it! No, you should do it! There's not a jury in the world who would convict you, you lovely lady.
Excuse me, but whose side are you on, buddy?
Rip them off! Rip them off!
No. All I need is $2.50.
You ninny!
That is more like it.
big blue thing in front of you? That's the water. Go over it in 0.5 miles.
It's like shoving a mechanical fridge.
That's it. I am turning this damn thing off.
You think you can shut me down that easily?
What the frick? It's like possessed.
Calculating route. Calculating route. Oh, crap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So next week, we're going to have 4 more plays from past short attention spans. And we're going to have more information about this year's short attention span. Remember, it's going to be running it's going to be in a private YouTube room, and it's going to be running for 2 weeks starting on the 28th, and it will be ticketed. There we go. So keep an eye out on the Garfield page, and keep an ear out next week when I give more information on next week's GCTV. If you have enjoyed what you've seen here this week and would like to see more content, would like to see us back on stage when we reopen, we ask that you please consider donating to the Garfield Center for the Arts by visiting garfieldcenter.org/donate/ I don't know if that second slash is necessary or not, but it's there, so I say it. So let's see what else. As always, if you are interested in participating in a future GCTV public access, our little online open mic sort of thing, we ask that you please send us a proposal to gctvpa@garfieldcenter.org, and we will get back to you with information on the next step of what to do. If you have something that you would like to put on GCTV in a future installment, you can email me, Nick, at ncarter, NCARTER, @garfieldcenter.org. So that's it for this week, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.